Hi, it's Lisa Cuneo and welcome to my scrapbook table. It is time for Sunday Crafternoon. I have 3 photos here that I took. This one was down in the subway area, and then these were taking these huge escalators at one point. I mean, I think there were 3, one after the other, that we went up to get up to the street, which is really different for us. I love the subway. It's always a cool experience, and so that's what I am working with today. I have this layout. This is our inspiration piece for the week, and this is by one of our own. It's Ashley's birthday month, so we are celebrating her by lifting one of her layouts, and it's got 3 strips of patterned paper, 2 embellishment clusters, only 1 photo, so obviously mine's going to be different because I have 3 photos, but that's what I'm starting with. If you don't already subscribe, Ashley is the Scrapping Nerd here on YouTube, and as always there will be a link to her channel as well as all the people participating in Scraplift Crafternoon. So the other things I have ready, or that I've chosen, these are from a Vicky Booten box of stuff I have. I love this piece of paper, and it just reminds me of the city. So that's what I am going to cut apart in 3 strips to use where she used the 3 different pattern papers on her layout. This is going to be my background because it almost reads as a solid, plus in person there's a bluish green cast to this metal, and I thought it worked well for that. So I have those. I have this little tray of stuff. I have 2 washies. I'm not sure which one I will use. It'll just depend when the time comes. I have this. I will probably, I already took away some of the foam so that there's only 1 layer of foam to make that dimensional. I stamped out some tickets to use. These are more little pieces from that same Vicky Booten papery pack. I stamped out some arrows and cut those out. I also have one lone rub-on. I'm not sure what that's in here for. I have some metal pieces from MK's shop, Some Assemblage Required, that I may put on here. I'm not really sure. But I'm going to go ahead, mount my photos, cut my paper, and then I'll be back. I've matted my photos, cut that patterned paper into 3 equal pieces. I distressed the edges of each of those. I also, though you won't see it, I have gutted parts of that background paper from behind those strips so that I could stamp out and then fussy cut more arrows and labels. The blue that I did it on was not going to work with this background. I changed my background paper. I changed my mind about it and chose this one instead. And the other one that I had done, they were going to clash and it was going to bother me forever. So I decided it was worth it to take the time. I still had the stamps here on my table to stamp new ones and fussy cut them while I had my lunch. And yes, it took time, but I'm so glad that I did it because I'm happy with this layout, and I know if I had used the other ones, I would not have been happy with it. So I took a piece from that papery pack from Vicky Booten that I have had and been using for way over a year. It seems like I'm never going to use it up, and that's okay. It comes in handy. I put part at the top. That top piece that I'm getting straight right now will just serve as the base for a cluster or an embellishment cluster. The one on the bottom will be for my journaling. And I wanted to pop the circle labels up on some fun foam, but the foam would not go in my punch. So I end up just punching out some circles in scrap cardstock and layering them up that way. Then I used some broken china distress oxide ink around the edges so that you don't see the white. And I like what that did with them. So now I'm just doing the journaling. It says, other than the skyline and the Statue of Liberty, nothing says New York City to me more than the subway. It has changed so much, and I really miss the paper maps. We went the wrong way a couple of times, but we eventually figured it out. And so now I'm just embellishing. I used some of the camera washi tape. My friend Carolyn gave me that. Thank you, Carolyn. It is now on a page, and I will keep using it up for quite a while. Adding some of my arrows, and toward the end you'll see that I kind of layered up the arrows. Put one down and then pop one up on some fun foam above it, and I like how that created a little bit of dimension as well. I have these, I don't know, they look like brackets, and they're just some layering pieces to add some visual interest. This one I had to peel up the round one because I wanted this underneath. I thought I might get through a voiceover without fighting off a cough, but obviously that's not quite true yet, though I am much better. And I had a meeting yesterday, and I was really hoping I would not cough during that meeting, and I made it through the 45 minutes without coughing. I was very happy. So now I'm adding the circular bits. I do pull in another label from the papery pack. Also, you don't see it on camera, but I added a few word stickers too. One just says we had fun, one says photo, and one says good times. And they are also from a Vicky Bouton sticker pack, but I don't know what collection. I cut this label in half. Part of it's on the left, part of it's on the right. And I also will add a little bit of 49 market acetate over top of each of those pieces of label. And this is where I decided to add another piece of, or another arrow there. And now I'm sticking down my metal. I just used mini glue dots and kind of folded them or rolled them up on themselves. And I added 5 metal pieces. So we're just about to the end. Happy birthday, Ashley. Thanks for having us lift this. I love this page. It was fun to do. If you have not seen Ashley's work, hop over to her channel. I hope you also check out the other people playing along with Scraplift Crafternoon. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so happy to have you. I've had a few new subscribers lately, and I'm really happy about that. All my regular people, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching. I love it when people take time to comment, so if you have something to say, please add it below. Here are the still shots. I hope you get to scrapbook something very soon. Bye-bye.